Hey there, and welcome back for another one. Where are we at this week? This week, we are out in the beautiful, beautiful land of Sedona. So we're in Sedona, like I said. What are we hiking today? It's just a hike. It's an easy day hike. We're out here camping, so I'm coming into town to visit family, and I decided there's a land bridge here that I've always wanted to hike ever since I was a kid and lived here. And I never got around to doing it, never found the time, or the weather was too hot, etc., etc. Well, the weather's pretty much prime, and we are here and I have time, so we are doing it. We are hiking the Devil's Bridge. It is a natural land bridge. The trail itself is 3.9 miles there and back, but that's from the actual parking trail head. So, caveat to that. If you're coming to do the Devil's Bridge, if you have a hike so we're on the road right now. It's a really rocky road. It doesn't look that bad, but there's certain parts that get pretty rough and other parts that need a lot of high clearance. You do need a high clearance off-road vehicle to cut the first mile out. The 3.9 though does not include that mile. There's a parking lot that's a mile down this road that you can get to in regular cars. You park there. That'll turn your hike into a 4.9 mile there and back trail. If you can get your vehicle all the way back, you can get to the very trailhead and it's only 3.9 then up there and back. It's really just an extra mile, it's not the end of the world. We drove in a little bit because I have my truck, so I have clearance, but I don't know how rocky it's gonna get, so I just parked down the road because there was a pull-off and there's no sign that says no parking. There's already tire marks there, so we're there. I don't know if it's 100% okay, but there were no signs that said nothing about it. And I was looking at my map looking for if it's okay or not. My key doesn't give me indications for what the little markings on the map mean. The map is missing that, so yeah, that's weird. I digress though. High clearance vehicle to start this hike. Oh, we also have John with us again. You remember John, haha. He went to Wheeler Peak. He's also, just Wheeler Peak so far, right?
Yeah, just Wheeler Peak.
Oh, and snowboarding. Snowboarding footage as well. And he's gonna be doing some other trips with me later, but we have a John, haha. He's out here in the desert with me. The weather today is actually pretty prime. The high today is supposed to be 80, so not too bad. We are starting early, so it's maybe 72 right now, maybe. Yeah. Decent breeze, not horrible. But yeah, we're gonna just hike our happy butts to the Devil's Bridge. Okay, we've made it down the 1 mile of road to the official trailhead. And now we are on the actual trail to go to the bridge. Yeah. Middle of the week, thought I'd be kind of dead. Did not get lucky on this Tuesday like I normally do. There's a lot of people. Just a note, the very last bit of the trail, you have to do a little climb to get up to the bridge. We're on the little climb part. It's a little bit of incline. It's the only incline in the whole trail, 500 some feet. But you climb up these rocks. So just so you know, if you got bad knees, the very last bit might not work so well. But it's beautiful out here. So the Devil's Bridge, the land bridge, it's a natural formation out here. It's honestly not too big. It's actually got a pretty wide base, so it looks scarier from the other side than it actually is going out onto the bridge. So if you're afraid of heights, I'm proud of you if you get out there. You can do it. Believe in yourself. It's not that bad, I promise. My cousin's terrified of heights. I'm pretty sure I could convince her to go out in this thing. But it's pretty beautiful out here, surrounded by the landscape. Minus the golf course that has ruined the landscape. We won't talk about that though. See? Very amply wide space. So if you're afraid of heights, you don't need to be afraid of heights. So normally I like to go places in the middle of the week because there's nobody out. It's not spring break. It's a little warm. Apparently Sedona has become very touristy because you want to see the reality. You know, the whole joke with that Instagram reel, the Instagram thing versus the... Let's show you that reality. So there is a line. That's your reality now. Sorry guys, Sedona's become very touristy. It's a little disappointing, but it's still beautiful. So going back down the steep area, you do want to go slow. Make sure you have good footwear, something with good traction. There have been quite a few people out here with tennis shoes, and I've been watching them slip around. But, you know, to each their own. But to be safer, you should have something with good trail traction. Just to be careful coming up and down things. Good shoes are important to a good adventure. So there's a little path that goes underneath the bridge, but here's the kicker. It looks like a trail, it's been used enough. But there's nothing on the map that makes it look like an official trail. So I'm not really sure if it's an official trail. If not, I apologize, we shouldn't be down here. Yeah. But it does give you a cool perspective underneath the bridge. But I don't know if it's an official trail or not. It's just definitely been worn enough that it looks like it's a trail. Yeah, I'll look into that later. John just made a comment of joke about from this where we're stopping right here. You can get a better clear view of all the trails. He says it looks like an ant farm. It does a little bit. Just see all the people going up and down the trails and going up over there. All right, we made it back down to the truck from the Devil's Bridge. It was a quick, easy little day hike. It is a little toastier now. The breeze, though, makes it really nice. The peak was supposed to be 80, but I think it's higher than 80 today. It definitely feels more than 80. Yesterday, originally, the high was only supposed to maybe be 78, and it actually got up to like 86. It's definitely getting toasty. Few notes. Sedona is nothing like it was when I was a kid, or even in high school. It has become a very, very touristy area now. I figured this time of year, since it starts to warm up, it would not be busy, and we went in the middle of the week, so it wouldn't be busy. I guess not. I guess this is tourist season now. So if you're coming out here to go hike around Sedona, do be aware, because things have also changed with even camping. My dad had mentioned something, and I didn't realize it had gone to the level that it had gone to. We do need to minimize impact of Leave No Trace and the impact that we do on the environment, because there have been a lot more people camping since the pandemic. But holy smokes, there used to be so much dispersed camping out in Sedona. That has changed. And what they label as dispersed camping, honestly, I wouldn't even label it as dispersed camping, because they're designated camp zones. Dispersed camping is supposed to be open along the sides of the roads that you can camp on either side and you just pick a spot. That is not the case in Sedona anymore. So if you're following I get maps off of Venza to check for dispersed camping. If you're following a map like that that's labeled as dispersed camping, what you're expecting is not what you're going to find for reality out here right now. What it actually is designated sites that aren't official sites, but they just aren't labeled. They're definitely cracking down on putting more control on who can be where to minimize impact. And I understand the argument, but holy cow. They've limited it a lot. It's very limited now. So if you're coming out here, be prepared for that. There are camping areas along the creek as you drive through Flagstaff into Sedona, but you have to reserve those in advance, and they fill up like that, which is why we went to dispersed camping. And even with being in dispersed camping, because they've minimized how much dispersed camping there actually is in the Coconino National Forest now, it fills up very quickly. And I didn't think it would, considering it's the weekday, but they're full. We got lucky. Whew. So be prepared. Sedona is nothing like what it used to be. That's what it's like now. Be prepared for people. You really can't escape people anymore here. So if you're the kind of person who likes the adventures that gets you away from everyone else, Sedona maybe isn't gonna be your prime spot anymore, I'm sorry. If you can tolerate people though, it is still absolutely beautiful. The red rock scenery and cliffs are still just breathtaking. And you can go see things like the Line Bridge. Granted, you will have to play the line game now. I kept seeing posts of that for other places on Instagram, and I kept laughing, and I hadn't gotten to witness it in person. Ugh. It almost kind of takes away the specialness of it in a way. But I am happy that there are more people getting kids out and they're outdoors. I am happy for that. There's just a lot of people. In a way, I feel like the Coconino National Forest out here in Sedona is almost like turning into a mini Zion, which isn't bad. However, there's a golf course. I can't condone that because of water usage in the desert, but either way, the trail was great, easy hike, a little bit of steep at the bottom. Wear good shoes, important. Sunblock, also important. And water. Always have plenty of water out here. There's limited shade in the trees. And if there's no breeze, it's definitely toastier. If you liked the video, hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button and follow along, because there will be more adventures, as always, I promise. And until the next one, you guys have a good one. Later.